this particular lesson, we're gonna focus on fractions. And I know some of like the beginning part of this is kind of straightforward, right? Because you have the visual. And what we wanted to do is for us to have a visual of the fraction, because fraction is something that we will work on quite a bit. Maybe in this class and then in 4DS for sure. So our goal for this lesson 1 is to visualize the fraction. Because if you're able to visualize, think it in your mind, see it in your mind, then you'll understand it. Determine if two fractions are equivalent or equal, and then reducing a fraction. So, what is a fraction? A fraction represents a piece of the whole amount. A fraction is a piece of the whole amount. So imagine you had a circle that was divided into 2 equal parts. So this one here, this is the whole amount, and if you cut it in 2 parts, you see that they're 2 equal parts, right? So the circle represents a whole amount. In the circle above, one of the pieces is shaded gray, and then we can see that 1/2 of the circle is gray. So that means there are 2 parts, and then 1 out of the 2 parts is gray. I'm just going to put here 2 parts that are equal. Okay. As a fraction representation, we use 2 digits. We're going to have 2 numbers, and sometimes I call it the top number and then the bottom number, right? So the denominator is the bottom number of a fraction. So the denominator is the bottom number and is the number of equal pieces of the whole amount, right? The numerator is the top number, which is a number of pieces we are referring to. So in above circle, there are two pieces, but only one is shaded. So 1/2, 1 out of the 2. Okay, so we started off with 2. We know that they're cut into 2 equal parts, but only 1 is shaded. So over here, this is the whole thing. How many parts is this? How many equal parts? 4. So 4 equal parts. And then how much is shaded?
3.
So 3. So 3 are shaded out of the 4. So 3/4. What about this one? How many equal parts? 4 equal parts. But how many of the 4 is shaded? 1. So it's 1/4. Okay? Okay. Now here we go. Can we visualize this? What would the 5/6 look like? So you start off with the denominator, the bottom number. How many parts would that be?
6.
How many equal parts?
6.
6, right? So you go 6. Go. That's only 2. Go 1. Go like this. So that's now 6, right? 6 equal parts. This denominator tells us that. What about the top number? 5. So draw a picture that represents 5/6. So that means 5 are shaded. So 5 out of all 6 is shaded. You want to try the 2/3? Okay. So go ahead and draw 2/3. Anybody would like to come up here and draw 2/3? Oh, sure. Yeah. Or, yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh,
It's okay.
You're gonna do the whole thing. Okay. I'll let other people do the other one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He wants to do everything. Okay, I'm just gonna like switch it like this. But thank you so much. Yeah. Wow. Pretty good. I'm just gonna make sure that everything is equal parts, right? Because a fraction means equal parts. So making it look like this, and then you got the 2 out of the 3 shaded. Good.
I made mine different.
Yeah. Oh, how did you do yours different? Do you want to come up here? And
The sockets had to make equal parts.
or you could.
His is across, eh? And then, like,
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's pretty much. Oh well, which part did you shade? These two? Yeah. Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
like a
So,
Y.
yeah, it looks like a Y, right? And that's okay as long as you have 3 equal. As you can see here, it's all circle.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
one's
okay too?
easier, yeah.
Is this easier?
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably easier. Now you got 3 equal parts and 2 are shaded. That's 2/3. Okay. Anybody would like to come up here? Yeah. I love it when people volunteer. I don't have to talk as much. And that actually shows that you're really participating. Good. Anybody else have a different picture? You wanna come up here? Your circle? So it could be like that, certainly.
If I... Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, 4/4. Thank you. Excellent. So you see here, 4/4 is the same thing as shading the whole thing. Shading the whole thing. So 4/4 is the same thing as shading the whole thing is 1. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop right here. Next week on Tuesday, I wanna say Monday. Next week on Tuesday, we're gonna continue on with this. We're gonna talk about the equivalent fraction and reducing fractions. But this is a good start for us to think about fraction, maybe over the long weekend. If you feel like you wanna go ahead and continue on with these, go ahead. Okay? So I'm pausing right there. Thank you so much to those people who came up and volunteered. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this